shit for him, so take your raggedy California ass and get out of my bus. I knew that living in New York was certainly going to be different. Robin studied at the Juilliard School for 3 years. At Juilliard, John Houseman was one of Robin's instructors, and Chris Reeve, one of his classmates. Me and Chris Reeve had come in together as advanced students. Chris had gone to Cornell, and we had to catch up to the other students who'd been at Juilliard for a year. Chris lived about 5 blocks away, and we used to go up to the roof of his apartment building and drink cheap wine and talk about present and lost loves. Except for my friendship with Brother Reeve, that first year was rough, especially at Christmas time. When I came back to Juilliard the following fall, Chris had left to do a soap opera. After Juilliard, Robin auditioned for Happy Days in 1977, and his Mork from Ork character was spun off and given his own show, Mork and Mindy, on September 14, 1978. And the rest is history. As to Robin's personal life, he married Valerie Velarde on June 4, 1978, and they had one son, Zachary. They divorced 10 years later, and on April 30, 1989, Robin wed Marcia Garces, with whom he had 2 children, Zelda and Cody. They divorced in 2010. On October 22, 2011, Robin wed his 3rd wife, Susan Schneider. They were married at the time of his death in 2014. Robin Williams truly loved his work. He was more productive and more successful than many other actors who had been in the business twice as many years. His death diminished the world. We'll give the final words to Robin. When in doubt, go for the dick joke. People say satire is dead. It's not dead. It's alive and living in the White House. I went to rehab in wine country just to keep my options open. Men wearing pants so tight that you can tell what religion they are. Taking Viagra after open heart surgery is like a Civil War reenactment with live ammo. Not good. If it's the psychic network, why do they need a phone number? The definition of pornography is quite simple. Erotic is using a feather. Pornography is using the entire chicken. If on your tax form it says $50,000 for snacks, mayday, you've got yourself a cocaine problem. Stephen Spignesi, New Haven, Connecticut, January 1, 1997, and January 1, 2020. Forward. Boss. A TV series starring Kelsey Grammer and why it's relevant to Robin Williams' story. The first episode of this 2011 to 2012 TV series was directed by Gus Van Sant and revealed that the mayor of Chicago, Tom Kane, played by Kelsey Grammer, was suffering from dementia with Lewy bodies, also known as Lewy body dementia, LBD. And Lewy body dementia was the disease that killed Robin Williams. No one, however, including his wife Susan, knew he had it until 3 months after his death, when the diagnosis was confirmed during Robin's autopsy. According to the Mayo Clinic, symptoms of LBD include visual hallucinations, changes in alertness and attention, and Parkinson's disease-like signs and symptoms such as rigid muscles, slow movement, and tremors. And what does LBD do to a person? Robin's wife Susan described it succinctly in an essay she wrote for the medical journal Neurology. Robin was losing his mind, and he was aware of it. Can you imagine the pain he felt as he experienced himself disintegrating? And not from something he would ever know the name of or understand. Neither he nor anyone could stop it. No amount of intelligence or love could hold it back. In Boss, Tom Kane knew what he had and chose to cover it up. He obtained the medications used to ameliorate some of the symptoms clandestinely, and even though we, the audience, saw the hallucinations he experienced, he pretended everything was fine. Robin Williams never knew what he had. He was treated for Parkinsonian symptoms, but the medications did nothing for the visual hallucinations, delusional thinking, paranoia, and other LBD symptoms. Would it have made a difference if Robin knew what he had? We don't know, and it's futile to speculate. Can I